All right, so first things first, how are you?
We're great, thank you. Yeah, we're feeling good. It's nice to be here at Lowlands Festival. First time, but already, even before we played, hopefully not the last.
Yeah, looks good so far.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's lovely around here. The weather's been nice as well.
That helps. So before we get into the music, I'd like to jump back to the beginning of the band a little bit. Now, I believe the two of you lived together at the conception of the band. What was your first impression of each other and kind of getting to a creative spot together?
Well, we actually met about 8 years ago at Sam's house.
Okay.
He was having was it a moving in party? Yes. Yeah. So yeah, Sam and his housemate had a party, and me and James met that night.
Okay.
And it was a slow friendship, loosely based around we playing in bands together and stuff like that. But yeah, it wasn't like we didn't meet because we moved into each other's house. But yeah, I don't know. First impression was like stayed relatively true, slightly stressful. Or like we released a 7-inch single together, and
First impression is news.
because no, not first impression, but like your first experience. Immediately we were trying to sort out the artwork for that split. So
It's not the first experience of the festival, not the first experience of meeting each other.
No,
no,
that's
me
not-
and each other.
Impressions.
Yeah, of each other. Yeah. So the first thing.
Slightly stressful.
Because we were trying to sort out the artwork together, and I was doing it, and that still happens now. Do you know?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, It was creatively powerful.
Right, when I first met Ryan, I just really liked him and wanted to be his mate, and he never replied to my text. And so I ensnared him into moving into my house. And yeah, Ryan needed somewhere to live, so he moved in with me, and that's when we started collaborating. Both of our bands naturally came to ends at a similar time, and then this kind of took over, and it's been joyous as far as I'm concerned, actually. Thank you. Not stressful.
And when the gentleman behind you joined, was that kind of when you knew you had a good thing going and okay, this is gonna work?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's kind of...
What? It kind of what?
It was just like... it was just quite mad that your band kind of came to an end at the same time as well. It was all quite cosmic.
That's true.
I mean, the circumstances don't feel cosmic, but...
Some divine intervention.
yeah, divine intervention. And even Jay moving to Leeds, like... Obviously, it's just coincidence, unless you believe in fate. But maybe this was fate that we all got together. Yeah, and it's just been a really nice ride as far as I'm concerned. It seems like at least Ryan has ulterior... Yeah, joking.
I was joking.
Yeah, I'm out.
When did you guys kind of hit that creative peak? What would end up in the debut album then? Because as you mentioned, you've known each other for years, but then at some point it all started to click. And I read the album was finished in about a week. So what was kind of the circumstances that led to that?
Well, the lockdown actually influenced that. We were writing quite remotely because that was the only way that we could. You know, so circumstance forced us to think differently, and yeah, the album was kind of built off demos. So even though we were only in the studio for 2 weeks, a week in Bristol and then a week in Leeds when Sam put his guitars on and we finished some vocals. But the bulk of the album was done in a week, but it was done so fast because we built off the demos that we'd already done. So a lot of the demos we kept, which we'd written throughout the lockdown. But working fast is important because then you don't overthink it. It was important to the process on this one. Album 2 is going to be a behemoth of time wasting, but
Well, I wrote down from Rich, it appears I've become so rich I'm literally drowning in it. So will that be a problem for the second one?
yeah, I mean, I can't write. I'm not going to be able to. No, I think album 2. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to write a song pretending I'm poor on album 2, but like, I think it's largely going to be. I think I'm still within the normal world. I hope I always remain with the plebs and the norms. enough so that I can continue to exploit them and write about them. I don't think it's going to be a problem for inspiration. Normal life, my life continues to be very normal. Apart from, I'm not going to start writing about sitting in artist villages at festivals and being on a tour. I have written a bit about the extremities of touring, but I've not done it in that way. I've done it through metaphor. Yeah. I do worry though. It must be boring when you really, really... Well, you just can't write about normal things if you're dead rich and famous, can you? So those people obviously...
I'm earning way less money than I was doing before this band. I don't think that's going to be a
Ik heb echt
problem.
nog maar 5 minuten hoor.
Well, I don't know. We've just been told we can take a dividend out in the next few weeks, haven't we? So, yeah.
No, but that is interesting because you mentioned the demos. Now, what is the process of fleshing those out? Do the demos start with you in terms of the words and or is it all collectively?
Right, album's right.
It's Ryan.
It's all
Ryan's the main one.
Svengali. Yeah, I don't know. We just wrote bass lines to drum loops and sent them to James, and somehow I don't know how he does it. He can just write a song with just a bass and a drum track, which is.
But then Sam adds after my vocals. Yeah. On album 1. And also there was that weird period where it was hard for you, and you did very well at doing it when you had to stop slinging guitar lines on, because obviously when you previously wrote demos you wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then when Sam joined, it was like, stop writing this. You can't write his parts.
Yes. Basically, have you ever seen the film Human Centipede?
I have.
Ryan's at the front.
Is that the worst position?
No, yours
Probably the best one.
Is it? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fine. I can say. I can say. Yeah.
But in terms of the songs, then once the words are put on there, do you all discuss the words, or is it kind of left in the open, left in the?
We've had a few discussions, but only. Yeah. Not really. No, it's all James.
Yeah, all onus is on me. You've been largely trustful with letting me talk quite personally about things on all of our behalfs. I think if I came out with some mad, outlandish political opinions or something that weren't agreed with, they'd be flagged before it was released now. But I think collectively we all come from similar positions. So it's, it's not like there's any secret Tories. Actually, I disagree with everything you've been saying. I like corporation tax. It should be lower.
But I did read somewhere that you also try not to write specifically political, but it's more about the human condition and observing how people behave in certain circumstances.
Yeah, way more important, because politics are a byproduct of human circumstance. And even the politicians are humans, and we're all just trying to get by. So yeah, trying to have empathy and understanding for everyone's position and how everything's connected and related and interwoven in life is that's life's great question, isn't it? And that's trying to better understand ourselves and understand each other is more important than imposing our viewpoints as finite, immovable. Sorry, I'm quite tired today. Words are eluding me. We're not. Our opinions change and we're always learning, and I try and put that into songwriting, definitely.
Final question, and since you have some better things to do as well. You mentioned the second album earlier on. Have you already started working? Because the first one, well received, some celebrity endorsements like. Now his name escapes me. Fucking hell. What's the guy called again? I wrote it down. Elton John. God damn it. But so what is the approach now towards the next one, or have you started that whole process already?
Get in a room when we've got 10 minutes in a day free and try and write this second album. That's basically what we've been doing.
Studio though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been stockpiling microphones and equipment at the minute.
Yeah, watch this one.
So I'm going to list them off, so I've got... no, I'm joking. But yeah, we're just
Have you started?
Yeah, started is a word you could use. Yeah, we have started, but we're getting there. Yeah.
Ryan keeps saying that we need to write new songs and we don't. I know. I'm the A&R man in this band. We need more hits. No, we do. Yeah, I can hear where these demos are hits when you lot figure your parts out. I don't trust you. The album is written and finished in my head.
Well, it's going to be interesting then to see what you come up with and release next. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thanks, Liz.